Is it at all possible that the stories of the fallen angels within the Holy Bible are actually true? Even more so, is it possible that 4 specific fallen angels that were allegedly fell and bound upon the Euphrates River are about to be unleashed onto the planet to reap havoc? Is Bible prophecy once again coming into fruition, this time fulfilling the prophecies of end of times and Armageddon? Are these sounds that I'm about to play for you perhaps the sounds of those 4 fallen angels or demons that were bound to the Euphrates River in accordance to the Holy Bible? Give a listen. Kind of creepy, right? But are they actually real? Or is this just another hoax to scare people into believing that we are heading into Armageddon times in accordance to the Holy Bible? It should be no surprise to anyone when I tell you that rivers and bodies of water all over the planet are drying up. Right here in the United States, we've seen Lake Mead, Lake Powell, and even the Mississippi River reaching all-time lows in 2022. And I can also assure you that is only going to worsen in 2023 and beyond. So how exactly does this, and does this at all, align with Bible prophecy? I do assure you that current events on our planet align perfectly with Bible prophecy and even the prophecies of the late Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, the Hopi native people, and many other prophesied events that are surely beginning to occur in our current timeline and on our very near future timelines. The amazing prophecies of the late Nostradamus stated that water would become worth its weight in gold, making water golden, of course, which we are also beginning to see the beginning stages of this occurring on our planet with water shortages, which also now easily shows us that Nostradamus' prediction that water would become worth its weight in gold is very feasible, very possible, and very likely as well. We can also say that Nostradamus may have likely been seeing future events and times in which we are currently in and where our planet and humanity will soon be heading in the near future. But again, how does this at all have anything to do with demons, fallen angels, the Euphrates River, and Bible prophecy? Well, I'm going to go over these details today, along with my own vibes as a spiritual medium as to what I believe the near future may hold for all of us, especially those in the Middle East and Europe. Satnam, I welcome you all back to my channel, and I welcome the newbies to my channel. And if you're a newbie and you like accurate predictions, prophecy, and truth, then you found your tribe. So smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that like button somewhere along the line too. And I just take a moment to thank all of my subscribers, but also my supporters. The supporters here that join the community below, send through their chat cash, those who do PayPal and everything else that you do to support me. I couldn't do this and spend the time doing this without each and every one of you, and I am forever grateful. Now let's move on. I want to remind those who may not be aware of this by now that the doomsday clock was just set ahead again to 90 seconds before midnight. What does that even mean? Does it mean anything at all? What happens when we reach midnight? Is that when the Bible prophecy of Armageddon, end of times, begins? Well, they're sure making it look that way, aren't they? They being the global elite. And by now, we should all know that the global elite, Illuminati, Cabal, or whatever you want to refer to them as, I refer to them as the circle of sickos, are very aware of what's going to happen in the future. And they have their own sick plan to put in store for everybody. So moving the doomsday clock, is that something they're trying to tell us? Throwing another warning in humanity's face? Really to send people into more fear? But could there be some kind of a reality to this? They are definitely trying to tell us something. And once again, they are throwing another warning in humanity's face to send more people into fear. But actually, could there be some reality to this at all? The Holy Bible speaks about 4 fallen angels who fell along the Euphrates River and were bound to the Euphrates River. As a matter of fact, the Euphrates River was actually the first river and the river discussed the most in the Holy Bible. Many people believe that the 4 fallen angels that fell along the Euphrates indicate 4 specific countries, those countries being Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. But the Bible says that the fallen angels were bound to, or more likely bound beneath, the Euphrates River. We also have to, of course, take into account that the Holy Bible does say that the 4 fallen angels were bound to the Euphrates River, or perhaps beneath the Euphrates River. Within the Holy Bible and the book of Revelation, we turn to chapter 16, verses 12 through 17, and that states that the 6th angel poured his bowl down onto the Euphrates River, and its water all dried up completely to make way and prepare the way for the kings from the east. Who are the kings from the east? Your comments mean a lot to me, so please do put them down below. But it states that the river will dry up when the 6th angel comes. Did the 6th angel come? Because it certainly appears that way. The Bible goes on to tell us, then the 6th angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar before God, saying that the 6th angel who had the trumpet released the 4 angels who were bound to the great river Euphrates. So the 4 angels who had prepared for the hour, the day, the month, and the year were released to kill 1/3 of mankind. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it into 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. So when I was researching some of these prophecies and working on my predictions, I was looking at some video footage and looking for video footage of the Euphrates River and the Euphrates drying up so I can show you. As I was looking at some of the footage, I was shocked to see this piece right here, where it shows the Euphrates River breaking up into different channels. Now look at those channels closely, and you'll see there's 7 channels. Folks, we all got to admit, that's pretty creepy and accurate. So my beautiful friends, before you go on worrying a little too much about one prophecy from the Holy Bible, I do want to remind you that in accordance to the Holy Bible and prophecy, there are several other prophecies that must first be fulfilled before the 6th angel appears to release the 4 fallen angels bound to the Euphrates River. One of those prophecies that do have to come true first, in accordance to the Holy Bible and Book of Revelation, is that of a great volcanic eruption that pours into the sea, making the sea red, killing 1/3 of all that within that sea. Did this already occur when La Palma erupted? I really truly do not believe so. I believe that eruption is going to hit soon, in the year 2025, or even prior to 2025. So we do still have time left, but how much time do we actually have? I would tell you that we have a lot less time than we would like to believe we have. Many of us, I'd be one of them, believe that some of the prophecy in chapter 12 of the book of Revelation has already come into fruition. Just a few years ago, specifically in September of 2017. And that first verse of the Bible reads, "And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, traveling in birth, and pained to be delivered." Revelation chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. This exact astrological alignment actually occurred in the skies in September of 2017. As you can see in this photo, on September 23rd, 2017, this did come into fruition when the constellation Virgo appeared in the sky standing upon the moon. Above her head, the constellation Leo, making up of 12 stars above her head, just like Revelation chapter 12, verses 1 and 2 speak about. The creepy part of this event was the two big hurricanes that passed one another in the Atlantic Ocean just below this astrological alignment. One of those hurricanes was Hurricane Jose, which we can say easily translates into Joseph in the Bible, while the other hurricane was Maria. Is that Mary from the Bible? Is it Joseph and Mary passing alongside each other below this amazing astrological alignment that occurred in September of 2017? I have no doubt that that is exactly the case. We know there's no coincidences. Jose, Maria, Joseph and Mary, to pass one another right beneath that astrological alignment is no coincidence at all. I don't believe in coincidences. Do you? The book of Ezekiel actually states that there will be a great conflict as the river dies out. We already see great conflict occurring in Europe. And I assure you, as per my past predictions, that war in Europe is about to escalate into even darker directions. I have also made predictions in the past about Turkey forming with others a secret army of evil with an intention of taking over Israel and destroying most of Europe. Would that be at all connected to the four fallen angels coming together secretly? Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Turkey? It sure seems that it could be that way. And Spirit warned us of this quite some time ago in my visions and in my predictions. One thing I certainly can assure you, and sadly can assure you, that great wars will soon break out in the Middle East. If we venture back to my 2022 annual world predictions, Spirit warned that there would be a coming of water wars, if you recall. Spirit called them water wars. Sometimes my predictions can take 2 to 3 years to occur. So I would expect these water wars would be becoming a reality probably this year, at latest 2024. We do now see the waters drying up globally, as I said in the beginning. And again, Nostradamus did warn us that water would become worth its weight in gold. Now let's go back to the topic of the Euphrates River drying up, and the four angels that were bound to the Euphrates River in accordance to the Holy Bible. As the Euphrates River has dried up, just like Lake Mead, it's exposing many new things and discoveries, including a small city that was discovered off the coast of the Euphrates once it began to dry up.
The Euphrates has been the cradle of civilization in West Asia. The river has been the lifeline for millions in Iraq and Syria.
And this site is estimated to be nearly 3,500 years old.
Even more alarming about the Euphrates is these 4 tunnels that were discovered, that were exposed once the river dried up to a certain point. When you look at these 4 caves from a distance, it certainly looks like bars on a prison cell. 4 tunnels? Could one of these tunnels be where these 4 archangels have been allegedly bound according to the Holy Bible? This video, again, the voices could be real, they could be fake. You be the judge. Leave your comments down below. But regardless, we got to take into account the 4 tunnels and how it looks like a prison cell on the outside. You got to admit, that's pretty bizarre. But even more bizarre is the video of some people in the Middle East near these tunnels uncovering the lost city in the tunnels and hearing these sounds. Check out the video. You be the judge. So none of us can deny the fact that that video could be a hoax, but even if it's not, again, we still see the 4 tunnels exposed. We follow the Holy Bible prophecy, and many of those prophecies have come true, as I showed you today in this video. No matter what anybody thinks, we are in the time of Bible prophecy, the prophecies of Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce, and the Hopi Lakota natives, and so many others. And I have no doubt that we are going to see wars break out over the waters really soon. Perhaps even in 2023, but definitely by the year 2025. Be sure to subscribe down below because I will be putting out another video sometime in the next month or so on 2025 and predictions revolved around that, and a whole lot of other prophecy videos as well. So are these apocalyptic times spoken about in the Holy Bible approaching? Or, more likely, are they already here? As much as I would rather say the opposite, I have to say that it feels very strongly to me that we're already there, and we will see these prophecies coming more and more into fruition during this current decade of the 2020s. By 2030, this world will be completely different. We'll look back with shock. I also want to remind you quickly of a past video I did a couple years ago called Tribulation, and Spirit giving me the time period of 2025 to 2032, being the most difficult time for humanity ever. So, if you have not seen that video, be sure to go back and look at it. Not only did I get that confirmation from Spirit, I got the same confirmation in 2018 when I went to Peru and worked with the shamans. When I mentioned the time period to Shaman Puma when I was in Peru, his mouth dropped and he responded, I'm getting that same time period, 2025 to 2032. So check out that tribulation video. I thank you so much for making it to this point in the video and for becoming a part of our tribe, hitting that subscribe. Remember to click that like button because when you click that like button, it shows the algorithms that you want things like this, predictions, prophecy, and truth to show up on your feed. Otherwise, it won't. I am grateful again to all my supporters, all my subscribers. I love each and every one of you. Remember, you can catch me every Tuesday for Tuesday's Tittle Tea Time predictions updates. We talk about news stories, how they relate to prophecy and predictions, and of course, always new predictions each and every Tuesday. With infinite love and gratitude, I thank you all again and remind you to be kind to others as you wish others be kind to you, because we all know mean people suck. Spiritman JT signing off. Much love. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.